It predates coffee in parts of the world and is the stimulant of choice for many cultures. Khat is a flowering plant cultivated for its leaves and stalks. It's grown in the Horn of Africa and Arabian Peninsula, in countries like Somalia, Ethiopia, and Yemen. Chewing it is an ancient tradition, but there's demand for it too in North America and Europe. The trouble is, it's a controlled substance in some of those countries. Case in point, Canada. Paul Hunter reports.
Seized by police at the Ottawa airport 2005. Seized at the same airport 2006. And again 2 weeks ago in Ottawa and at the St. John's airport. In fact, there are hundreds of seizures made across Canada every year of smuggled khat. Grown in and around East Africa, khat is deeply rooted in that culture, chewed by millions for its energy jolt. But the World Health Organization calls it a mild drug. And in Canada, it's a controlled substance. If you import it, you could go to jail.
And how frequently does it make its way to Ottawa?
You mean the chat?
Yeah.
You can find all the time.
Like many East African Canadians, Ottawa's Ragi Haji Mohammed says Canada's laws on khat are outdated, creating a black market and trouble for people who want to follow a cultural tradition, eager for what he likens to beer or caffeine.
Okay, this group of people use something similar to a Tim Horton coffee, and we are burrowing into the criminal list and drug list. No, that's not. It's just unfair, and it has to change.
Haji Mohammed points to Great Britain, where khat,
this is the bundle of the chat or khat,
has always been available legally.
Mostly you can find out from the groceries, normal groceries. They put in the refrigerator and they sell it like this.
But not everyone is on side in Canada. Somali Canadian Omar Ugas is an Ottawa social worker who wants the laws kept as they are. He says too many people chew too much khat, spend too much on it, and pay another price.
It changes their thinking, it changes their feeling, it changes their behavior, the way they act, and that's not good.
The worst thing we could do is pretend that it's not an issue.
Noting Canada's ever-growing diversity, Liberal MP David McGuinty says maybe it's time to take another look at khat, its effects, and the law.
I'm calling for the government of Canada to examine the product from a health, from a regulatory, and from a public health perspective.
The federal government's response, that's not likely to happen. As the debate grows within Canada's burgeoning East African community over khat and the law, Health Minister Tony Clement says in his view the science is clear. Khat is a toxic substance and must be regulated. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Ottawa.